I'm sorry, am I turning toward the camera as much as possible?
Gonna have some fun with this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's I like it. I'll roll with it.
Chris, Lopete. All right, I think I'll start that again.
Well, it's been an interesting journey.
Would you rather be a part or a part?
Good evening.
Yeah, my mom swears nobody was named Ashley when I was born.
A show, and I'd show them, and they were all just like, bah.
Yeah, not afraid to go off script. We'll just have some fun. Well, good evening and welcome to Inside the Eclipse Studio. This is an ongoing series of interviews that we've been conducting over the last 3 years with actors and actresses in the Santa Clarita Valley engaged in productions. In this case, it's the Real Housewives of Troy. Tell us about your character.
Well, I am the queen. Gave myself that role.
Is there a name attached to the queen?
Hecuba.
So, Hecuba,
Yeah.
please tell me about Hecuba. First of all, the name is fascinating.
I have no idea what it means. I did not dive that deep into my research.
Really?
Well, it's based on the Trojan Women by Euripides, who was an ancient Greek playwright and poet. One of the biggies.
And tell us about Hecuba.
She was the queen of Troy, and there's a whole family tree there that we're not going to get into because it's convoluted. But her son was Paris, who is the one that went and kidnapped or seduced Helen and brought her back with him.
I understand Helen was quite the babe.
She was hot.
She was a hottie?
She was a hottie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Helen comes back. Her husband, Menelaus, not too keen on the idea.
Again, for the audience,
Menelaus.
Menelaus, spelled?
M-E-N-E-Laus.
We've learned something, haven't we?
And so he was not too keen on his wife running away. And
Who is?
yeah, because of a deal that was signed by all the great generals of Greece at the time, that whoever got to marry Helen would have the backing of all the generals, so that they wouldn't be able to fight that man because he got the most beautiful woman in the world. So he gathers all the generals. Odysseus, you've heard of Odysseus maybe, the Odyssey. Agamemnon.
Oh.
I mean the biggies. So they all came over to Troy and fought for 10 years for Helen to get her back. We lost because they rolled in the Trojan horse. The big horse that apparently was holding some soldiers inside. We, the Trojans, thought, yay, we won! They gave us a present! Woohoo! We're partying and dancing.
I've always wondered how long they had to, sit there inside that Trojan horse. It couldn't have been pleasant.
Yeah, I don't know. However long it takes to party when you think you won a war. Could take days, weeks.
It'd be interesting to know the timeline on that.
Well, that's the thing with these myths is they vary. I mean, you could ask, especially when it's made up like this particular Trojan War.
Serious?
Yes. And,
this is all made up?
Well, there was a Troy, and it had many wars, but as far as like the horse and everything, this particular one is kind of fabrication. But it's told by many different playwrights.
All right, so you're Hecuba, and you are the director.
Yes, and I wrote it. When I was writing it, I was realizing that this seemed like a lot of fun, that I wanted to actually, be in it. So I could somehow rectify that in my brain, like, okay, I wrote it, I'm going to be in it, that's fine, no problem, I'll just find a great director. But the director that I approached about it, Chris Flowers of the Big Sandwich Theater Company, who's a really funny guy and a great director, read it and said, this is your baby. You can't have anybody else direct this. They wouldn't, they'd want to make it their own. They'd want to put their own spin on it, and you don't want that. You know exactly what you want. You know the feeling you're going for. You know these characters inside out. So you should do this.
Yeah, do you still feel good about that?
I do, actually. I do have some amazing actors who you will meet in these other interviews, and they are very seasoned and very creative and intuitive, and I really lucked out, and so my job is very easy as far as the directing goes. And I've got a great, my co-director, Margot Caruso, who you have met, who we've worked with together before too. She's great eyes and ears and catches things that I miss, so I couldn't do it without her or the cast.
When somebody describes actors as seasoned, it always sounds like, I don't know, that they're...
Old?
Well, that's an interesting take on it. No, I thought about spicy. And
No, I think seasoned is a nice way to say that they have trod the boards many years.
I'd love to see a board trod. It's a pleasure talking to you and Hecuba, both of
Yes.
you. And I'm so happy for you. And this is this show is going on where?
At the Main in Newhall in September. We open September 9th and we run through September 25th. You can find out all kinds of information, buy your tickets at eventbrite.com.
That sounds wonderful. Well, thank you, Nancy/Hecuba/director. And we're looking forward to seeing you and your cast in this amazing production of Real Housewives of Troy.
Bye.